village in Poland. At the beginning, I can say we are all the same, and we are born in the same way, and we all have 24 hours during a day, so same time to do anything, and that's how I was born, and I had only 24 hours a day to do whatever I wanted to do. So I was studying at the university building engineering, so I'm a building engineer.
Wow.
But I never worked in my profession because that's how life turned around for me. I met my fiancé, Chris, during the studies online. We met online. And after I finished university, he moved to my city, the north of Poland, because he is from Wrocław, so the south of Poland. But we wanted to be together, so he moved to Poland, to the north of Poland to live with me. But after 2 weeks, we found out that his father had a really serious car accident, and he was lying in the hospital, and it was predicted that he would be, and he was lying in the hospital for 3 months. So for him not to lose his job as a photographer in Wrocław, Chris took over his job for that time when he was recovering. So we moved to Wrocław. And at the same time, Artur Trawiński was opening FM World. And because Chris and Artur knew each other before FM, because they were friends, Artur said, okay, Anita, you moved to Wrocław, you don't have a job, come work for me. So me and Chris's sister, we were two first employees of FM World. So that's the beginning of FM World. And I never knew what network marketing was. I was like a normal girl, finished university, went to office to work in the office. And we just started, so we just had fragrances. I think it was around 50 fragrances at that time, nothing else. And I've seen lots of people coming to the office because we didn't have online registration then yet. And they were bringing lots of registrations, like hundreds and even sometimes 200 pile of registrations for new people joining FM because it was totally new company in Poland. Okay, I said, well, a lot of people want to join, buy our fragrances. But after some time, when, few months passed and we started to pay the commission to those people, and, after 3 months, it was 15,000, 20,000, I looked at it and I said, something is wrong here, because it's not possible to earn such huge money in the short space of time. Then people from different countries, from Austria, from Czech Republic, from Slovakia were coming to Wrocław to buy our fragrances. We were staying up late until 1 in the night to prepare the orders, to serve them, to make invoices, because lots of people were interested in buying our fragrances. So after a few months, when I saw how this network marketing works, how great opportunities, not only for people who earn money from network marketing, but I saw myself in running an office like this abroad, because I saw that other countries were opening the offices. So the thought only, about opening an office came to my head in October 2005. In November, I quit job, and in December, I moved to the UK. So it was instant decision. I never thought about anything what could go wrong, or that I will have any problems on my way. I just saw the vision of this business. I knew it will be amazing in the UK. Why UK, people ask me, because I knew my grandmother used to live in England for 25 years, so I was a visitor here in the UK since I was a little girl, so I knew English. So I thought it would be a perfect place for me to grow the business. But as I said, I never predicted anything that could go wrong. I knew this business will be perfect. I will run an office. People will buy fragrances. It will be beautiful. But it wasn't like that at the beginning. We had so many problems, starting from, difficulties of renting a house, because I was a Polish girl, young girl, who came from Poland with no creditability and wanted to rent a house. So my father, fortunately for us, had a friend who guaranteed for us so we could rent a house. But then when it came to rent an office, I could forget about it because no one wanted to rent me an office. But I said to myself, nothing will stop me. We will start from the house. So we had an office in the house, in the living room. We had a warehouse in the garage. Fragrances were everywhere, in the cupboards, under beds. But, that didn't stop us. And even if it wasn't going very well, and family, friends, they were saying, Anita, what have you done? You quit your good job in Poland, came to the UK, but it doesn't go very well. We put more money than we get money from the business. And even Chris was down. He missed home and he said, Anita, maybe we go back. And I didn't want to hear that. I knew that it will be a great business, but we have to be patient. We have to be patient, and I somehow imagined that it will be something that I not only can change my life, but change other people's life. I think sometimes people say I was born to help others. Maybe I was, but it's a great pleasure for me to watch people when they earn money, that we change their lives, that their lives change, and their kids and their families as well. So that's the most beautiful part of this business. So that's the beginning. Fitz.
Wow. Wow, that's absolutely amazing, Anita. We've had some more people join, so I just want to welcome those who just joined us. What we'll do, Anita, I'm just going to comment on that. If anyone wants to take a screenshot, we'll do a quick screenshot. So everyone put on your best smiles. I'll do a screenshot now, Anita. So smile away. Another one. Okay, I think I got a good screenshot.
It's amazing. I can see someone who is driving. Be careful.
That's Patrick. That's going to be your Pearl Orchid soon.
Be careful. Look at the road, not the screen. Just listen.
Yeah. He's fascinated with FM. He never wants to miss a Zoom.
Okay.
So if anyone has any questions, please do type them in the message section. And when we finish with the interview, I'll scroll through the questions and we'll try and get as many questions answered by Anita. Anita, that's a fascinating story. Very, very humble beginnings. You had a dream, you had a vision, you saw the growth in Poland and you said, you know what, I want a piece of that. And you took on a huge, what I could say, challenge into the unknown. What I want to know is that when you did come to England, what sort of things did you have to do? What sort of activities, what sort of actions did you have to do to take the business forward? So, for example, Roy Strong and Irina, our two big branches, the Jasper and the Amethyst Stars, it's kind of started from them and a few others. What sort of actions did you have to do to get the business going and fired up? Because I can imagine with 50 classic perfumes, and the perfumes didn't look brilliant. I must remind people, no disrespect, but back then they were very basic, the classics, and there was only 50 perfumes.
I think we had 80 when I came to the UK. 80, some shower gels, I think roll-ons, but fragrances, shower gels, and I think kids fragrances. So the range was a little bit bigger than we started in Poland.
Okay, and was there a catalogue or was it a leaflet or a pamphlet?
Catalogue.
It was a catalogue. Okay.
Yes.
So what did you have to do, Anita, to get this UK branch fired up back then in 2006?
I can compare it to your business, because I'm in conventional business, you are in network marketing. So for me it was different because I had to have an office, I had to have employees and work my business as a conventional business. But in order to get more people, I think you try everything, you try one thing, then you try another thing. And beauty about network marketing is that someone already did that and you can duplicate that, and so you don't make any mistakes someone else did, you just follow the system, so it's easier. But for me, Roy was the first, then was Irina. So we had two different lines, but the beauty about FM world in the UK that we work together, that leaders work together no matter which lines, which teams they are. That I really admire you, because it doesn't happen often that leaders work together. But we organized meetings. I asked them what they need. I prepared the different leaflets. We tried what worked. I think also now sometimes people ask me, Anita, I'm just 6% level, and how can I approach a huge business person and say that this business is so amazing when I'm only on 6% level? I can't even prove that I earn a lot of money. I always come back to my beginning and say, imagine myself when I came to the UK and opened the business, and I had an office in the living room, and it wasn't fancy living room. It was like a normal house, like on the lower even standard. And I invited Irena, Roy. Roy was a business person already then, and I invited him to the house, and I talked about how this business is amazing, how huge it will be. And I also, for a moment, thought he won't believe me because he will see where I am. We don't have an office. But my vision and my belief in this, in products and in the company was so strong that they probably haven't noticed where we were and where we talked. He knew that the vision of this business is amazing. And listen, Roy joined in even before I opened the office, and he's still here. Irina as well, Jasper Star, Amethyst Star. So that proves that they not only believed in me, but the company and the products as well. So I think when you start a business, don't think like it will change your life in few minutes or in few days, because it's a business. So depending on how much time and effort you put into it, because nothing comes for free, and we worked really hard at the beginning to have this running. So it's the same with any business, unless you are really lucky and find 3 Roys and 3 Irinas and you are done. So you have to really work hard and talk to everyone, find new people. And I think the most important is that you have to believe in this business, because the way you speak about the products and about the company, that will sort your approach to other people. It will be enough.
Wow. I just picked up something very, very key that you said there. And even though you were doing a traditional business in opening the branch, and we are non-traditional as the networkers, there's similar lines of ethos, similar principles about,
yes,
having the belief, as for you in the company and the products, for us it's the products, and also belief in the company, that we trust, we like the ethos of the company. But also, you also shared some fears that and many of us, I'm sure, on this platform have shared. Like, you were not sure because you were new that when you approach Roy, that Roy might not believe, that, you're a serious business person. You didn't have a shop open. You're just speaking to him in a casual setting, but no shop there.
yes.
So you had fears and doubts about yourself. So I think that links in very key to maybe, definitely myself and I'm sure other business partners, that, you know what, we all have fears and doubts. And it's always about just having that faith in yourself and saying that going beyond the fears. Do you agree?
Yes, especially when I came to the UK, my English wasn't perfect as well. It's still not perfect. So my fear was that my English is not perfect, that people may see this business is not serious, as you say, but everyone, they have different fears in themselves. It may be that they are not confident in themselves. That's why personal development is amazing. If you read, even if you don't like reading books, because I'm not the person who reads books, because I'm engineer, so I love numbers, not reading books, but I still read some really amazing books where they open your mind, because sometimes you don't know what's there unless you read about it or someone will tell you, because we don't know everything, so we have to read about it or find out about it. And I think personal development, when the professionals say to you like that anything can happen, that you have to believe, because around the corner something may change your life. And the proof was when I was reading Powerful of Mind or something, I don't know the translations into English, but I was driving a new Mercedes when I bought a Mercedes in 2010. I was driving the car for probably third time, and I was sitting in the car, stopped at the traffic light and thought, what would happen if someone hit me at the back and I have a brand new car? Imagine 5 seconds and someone hit me at the back of my car. From that moment, I told myself that I will never, ever think negative about anything. So I always think positive. No matter what happens, if we had a robbery in the delivery, we have to turn it into positive. And the positive of this robbery in the delivery is I added the stock before it arrived. So I added the stock because I knew what's coming on Friday, so people could order products. So the lesson for me from this situation, never add stock before you see the stock actually in your warehouse.
Yes.
So we learn from our mistakes, and sometimes people fear of change or fear of something bad happens, but believe me, everything what happens for a reason. And later, if you break up with someone or someone will leave you, in few months you realize that it was actually good thing that happened to us. So as I said, everything happens for a reason, and for a reason you are in FM, because if you believe in it and stick to it, it will really change your life, because it changed mine.
Wow, I can definitely see that. And, you know, it's so, as you said, tragic to hear about the delivery, but in you know, relating that to, you know, the accident with the Mercedes, that some things you can't have control over, but the things that you do have control over is the things that we should really, really focus on.
Yeah.
What I'm interested in knowing as well, once you've come, you know, as you said, you found Roy and then Irina and other people came on board. What sort of what can I say? How best to put this? When you were in Poland, you said there was a lot of people that kind of scoffed at the idea, were quite negative about you coming to the UK. Even some family members. And then when you came to the UK, you faced further problems in trying to rent the house. You have to get a guarantor. So these are huge challenges. And how did you overcome those challenges? And what made you get up and go every day? What is it that keeps you ticking, Anita?
As I said before, I think I believed in this business so much that I didn't want to hear any negative, because I was in this business as an employee in the office in Poland.
Yes.
And I saw how after a short space of time, when people were joining, they were earning lots of money. I knew that finally we find lots of people who will want to change their lives, and it will kick off. And I was so patient that when we opened the office in January 2006, until 2009, it was going from every month to month, it was better and better.
Yes.
But it actually kicked off really good in 2009 when recession hit UK. So it also showed me that people in crisis, they need money. They looked for an opportunity to earn extra money, because that was the time when people were losing their homes, their jobs, because I remember it was really bad time and people were really afraid, and they were looking for an opportunity to earn some extra cash in order, to not be afraid of losing their regular job. And it actually happens now again, because last year when the all referendum about Brexit, people are still in the limbo. They don't know what's happening, what will happen, and they were looking for different opportunities, and we can see again the growth because of I think it's little bit Brexit has something to do with it, because people again look for different opportunities to find different source of income, which we are a perfect place.
Definitely, and I definitely would say that the recession has played a key part in, helping, network marketing businesses such as this, where you can work independently, thrive, and also force people to make different decisions about how they shop and where they buy. So it's definitely worked in our favor, I would say. Anita, I'm going to look into your eyes. And I know you always tell me. I know you always tell me the truth. And all the members here, all 49 people on the meeting tonight. So we've got a good attendance, and we've got many people that know you on here. I'm going to look into your eyes, and I know that you always tell me the truth. At any point, let's say 2006. So we're looking 11 years. Was there any day when you came to the UK that you felt, you know what, I want to give up. This is too much. It's too hard. Did you have any days like that, Anita?
I think everyone has days like that, especially when everyone around you say to you that it doesn't work, or what have you done, or even probably the most powerful impact was from Chris, because he told me that he misses home, he misses his friends, family, and then sometimes I had, but it was like just few seconds of thought, maybe they are right, maybe I should quit. But then when I think how much time I invested, how much my father also invested money, and we did so much already. We did so much that I thought we are so close to another stage of this business. And I said, I will never give up. I will, because I see from day by day that it grows little by little. If it grows from day by day, it will grow forever. That's how I thought. So I never say that I haven't had bad days, because everyone has bad days. It's our personalities and our minds and everything. So, but I try not to think negative. And as I said before, everything that negative happens in my life, I always turn it into positive. I remove negative thoughts from my head, and anything, sometimes we think, oh my God, what he will tell or what they will do. We don't know, because we are not in people's minds, so we can't predict what they say or what they do or what happened or what weather would be tomorrow, because we don't know. We don't have any impact on that. It's what happens naturally. So I live my life today, and I see the business is amazing. I meet so many amazing people every day. I love Zooms and online trainings. I love speaking to you, meeting you online, and socialize with you. As you know, I'm not like a director who is behind the scenes all the time. I love talking to people, and I think you give me a lot of positive energy as well, because I see your passion in the business. I saw your growth. Alicia, well done. Yes, I love this business. So I think now nothing will stop us.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. You know what? That just warms my heart, and I'm sure it's warming all 51 people who are on the chat tonight. You know, and we equally feel the same. It's wonderful when you're part of something that we are part of the growth of FM and feel as one family, and that we have a direct link. We're interlocked in many ways. It's very interesting when you talked about, when I did ask you, did you ever feel like quitting? And you said you did have some dark days. And you gave a very, very strong reason why you didn't quit, even though your heartstrings were being tugged at by Chris, who was homesick at the time.
Yes.
And many of us have had dark days, and we may have dark days in the future, we don't know. But it's about having that strength, that resolve, that belief, that reason why, to keep us going and look beyond that darkness, that there's a brighter future. And I think what was very key is that you said something which I think everyone should just take a moment to reflect on, is that even though you had not reached the goals you had in the early 2006, 2007, before things really picked up in 2009, you saw growth.
Yeah.
So when you see something growing, even if it's growing by a little bit, you knew that, hang on, and the recessions come, this is not going to stop. And it's the same way when I look at our business, and I'm sure many of our business partners here, we see growth, even if it's a 3% and the commission is £1.68. Yes. And then it goes up a little bit the next month, and a little bit. It's growth nonetheless. And that's growth, what I think we really should focus on, even though we may not be hitting the growth in the way we want it, but it's growing. It's growing day by day by the actions that we put in. So I think that was very pertinent what you said, Anita, and that really resonates with me. Before I move on, I just want to say, I'm looking at the faces on everybody's really still and really focused, and that's a really, really good sign. And I think really you've been a real inspiration to many of us. And as I'm just saying, so I've got my cat's jumping up. Oh, let me move the cat. Sorry. Oh, she goes. I know you wanted to see what you looked like, Anita. We really just, really, really resonate with a lot of things you're saying. And we've got some questions coming up, but before I ask the questions, I'm going to ask you, could you give me 3 golden nuggets of tips and advice, firstly, but 3 golden nuggets of 3 things that we shouldn't do in this business that you think are quite key? 3 things. Think of 3 things that we should just avoid doing.
First, never give up. Okay. That's the first thing. Then, never give up, and also don't judge people who you think you want to speak to, because a lot of times we judge someone that, for example, I know the businessman who lives around the corner, but he won't be interested because he has his business. You don't know unless you ask him. And sometimes I see in our distributor center, sometimes it was a long time ago actually, he doesn't shop anymore. I don't know why actually, but there was a guy who was really I think he was a huge businessman, and he was popping to the shop just to buy fragrances for himself, because he said he never had such great fragrances, the quality of the fragrances. So it shows that maybe they won't join your business and do the business, but they will use the products. So never judge anyone, because if you don't ask someone, they will never know if you do this business. I was last week, I was in Poland. I was invited to the Polish group business partners who had like a group meeting, like their team meeting for 1,800 people. I was really impressed with them, and there were people on the stage talking their stories, and someone said, and it really stuck in my head, that if you have people in your neighborhood or your friends and families, sometimes they will, most of the time, they will not know what you do unless you call them or tell them what you do, or that you have great products. And they also had like a training after the meeting. They sit in with groups of 3, and they were calling to their friends and telling them, they were asking, do you have an idea for Christmas presents for your family or friends? And most of them said, no, we didn't have time to arrange that. Okay, so I have a great idea and I can help you with your Christmas presents. Can we arrange a meeting, please? So they did that exercise to first help, because most of them were shy, so they didn't want to even call. So there was a support group of 3. They had to call because everyone had phones with them, so they had to call someone. So they called family and friends, sometimes even sister or brother, because they felt more comfortable in doing that. But still, they got appointments, and they had like a competition who did most of the appointments. So within 20 minutes, some groups had appointments for 25 people. Imagine. So I talk a lot. It was supposed to be 3 things not to do. Never give up. Never judge anyone, because you never know. And the third thing, I think, what not to do.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a third, that'd be great. We like things.
I have lots of tips, Yeah. Think positive. Try to think positive all the time. Know the products. Find at least 3 products you are really comfortable with and that you really love, because when you talk about the product, like, oh yeah, we have a conditioner, it's good, there is no passion. Yes, but if you talk about one second.
Okay.
My favorite product.
Oh, I see.
Oil.
Hey.
When you talk about the product with passion, that you know how it works. Utik oil, when I have really dry hair, I explained to you like I'm the business partner talking about the product to a potential customer. I have really dry hair. When I put cream, it disappears and it disappears, and my skin is still dry. So I think our Utik oil is unbelievable. It's not only for dry skin, but for every skin type. But for my skin, and I repeat it, I have really dry skin, it's unbelievable. I put 3 drops on my face and I go to bed, and in the morning I feel that my skin is really soft and hydrated. So I put it in the morning as well under my makeup, like a primer or like a skin routine in the morning as well. I know that some people may be scared of, because it's oil, but it's completely different oil than cooking oil. It's completely different, and it's absolutely amazing. And I think even if you have dry hands, you can put it on hands as well. I really love it, and I would recommend it to anyone because it's absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite products, probably in our whole range. So you can see the passion, how I talk about the product. I think some people can relate to me because they can have dry skin and they say, oh my God, I also have dry skin, so I have to really try it. So find 3 products that really work for you, and then also when you talk to customers, I could talk all day and night, But when you talk to customers, try to find their problems, what their problems are. If they either have dry skin or they don't have lots of money to buy products to treat themselves. With our cost of fragrances, anyone can treat themselves. It says that even people don't have money for food, they will buy fragrances or skincare or any product that make them feel better. So again, in this position, you cannot judge someone who doesn't have money that they won't spend money on fragrances, because they will. And I know that even in Africa, people don't have a lot of money, and look how our fragrances are, like, they are very popular over there. I know it's probably also related to that. The product is imported and it's something different. It's involved with the culture as well. But still, you never know. I would think that I would never ship to Africa because people don't have money there to buy products. But I was wrong, So never judge.
Oh, fantastic!
And also, we have new product, shower gel, complete care shower gel. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually a really big bottle, 250 mils, and it smells really fresh, really nice smell. So if you haven't tried it, you can try it. And also, while I'm here, I can show you those, because the product that did arrive in this robbed delivery were the dust for, like, a body dust. You've seen the pictures online. And I had really funny accident with one of them, because I didn't read the instruction how to use it. And Honorata told me, did you read the instruction how to open? And I said, Honorata, I know how to open the bottle. And I didn't read. So again, another lesson. First, listen to Honorata and read the instructions, because the bottle looks like this. It's a pump. And I pumped before I open it. And it probably the pressure built up, and when I opened the bottle, I was covered in dust. It just blows in the air. So if you buy one, open the bottle, and there is like a plastic seal. You have to take the seal and then you can spray it, and it's absolutely amazing. The dust, I don't know if you can see the dust. You can't see it.
Slightly, yes. Oh, I can see it sparkling. I can see the sparkles.
And it smells. It smells beautiful as well. So for a New Year's Eve, or women, our bodies, it's absolutely amazing. But be careful! Don't pump before you open it, because everything will be in dust.
Well, there you go. You've heard it from the CEO. Read the instructions before you open. And I'll tell you what, if he wasn't the CEO, you'd make a cracking business partner. He just sold about 4 products in literally 3 minutes. So I'm going to have to go and order those products now.
You see, but it's all about the passion. I probably would sell the most of Phenomenal Mascara, because this is the best product in our range. Not fragrances, not shower gels, not boutique oils, even if I love it. Phenomenal Mascara. That's my number 1 product, because it's unbelievable. I don't have long lashes. I have longer now, because I our white eyelash cream, and it actually made the lashes longer. So now I'm using the other one, the new one, longer lashes. So I think it's 1 month when you start see the difference. So in 1 month I will put Phenomenal Mascara and I will just fly away probably with my long lashes. So yes, our products are fantastic.
Fantastic. I just want to ask you before we round up to the questions. I remember when I met with you at the FM 13th anniversary in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic in November.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke about that many of us, particularly the leaders, were not utilizing the incentives enough, particularly like the fast train to 21%. And you wanted just to touch on, can you touch on that very quickly for us, Anita?
Yes, I think what we noticed, I don't know why and where is the problem that business partners don't use the incentives or they don't pass the incentives to new team members. I don't know where the problem is. Either they forget about incentives, they are so passionate about the business and about the products that they forget to tell about the advantages first that the new joiners have when they can use the Smart Start for 10 days. I always encourage at least to tell them that there is an opportunity to buy the products cheaper because they can try the product, the top products in the list, and we will extend that range for 2018. We will add 10 those more expensive products and reduce them 30% off as well. So you have a chance to try the lower range and lower price range and higher price range products as well. But also I encourage people to use Smart Start, especially to buy pure collection fragrances and luxury collection fragrances. You can buy 5 same pure collection fragrances. For example, 5 times number 18. Open one as a sample, so you can show the bottle, show the product, and you already have 4 bottles to sell. So when you sell those 4 bottles, you not only recoup your money for that open bottle, but you earn money as well. And the same with luxury fragrances. If you buy, for example, 199, 5 bottles, if you have, of course, if you have money to invest at the beginning, 199, open one as a tester, and then you straight away have 4 bottles to sell, so you can recoup your money and even earn a little bit more. And then from those earnings you can, for example, invest in small starter kit. In this way you don't lose any money, but I always say Lord Sugar, you know, the businessman, the UK businessman, he started from selling I think antennas from the boot of his car. He had £100 and he bought products, sold products, bought products, sold products, and you know, the product turnover. And the Smart Start is designed to do that. So you buy products cheaper, you sell them, earn money, buy more, sell them. It's like learning how to invest money and sell products, reinvest. This way you can earn bigger money. Some leaders in the business, they also, when they earn bigger commission, they don't spend it straight away on fancy things. They reinvest the money as well. They do incentives for their teams. It's an investment in their teams as well. So if you see the opportunity where you can earn something extra, like an incentive, for example, you are a good seller and you sell a lot of products, you can get a voucher hunter, like the voucher for 150 products or 200 products, and you know you will get it. You can straight away think what you want for those £150 and don't treat yourself, don't sell it, but you get it not for free, but you get it for free because you don't pay for it. Make it as a reward, in an incentive for your team, but tell them they have to do more than they did up to this point. So if someone reached 6%, tell them, listen, if you reach 9% within 2 months, I'll give you 4 or 5 boutique fragrances. This will motivate them to do more, so you will earn more money because of the commission from your team. So you actually didn't invest any money because you got the products for free, but you build up your team and get more commission. This is just the one example, but if you do regular orders from Points Mania, you can get pure collection fragrances. You can always set and a prize draw within your teams, telling like, if you do 500 personal points, write your ID or write your name under this post, and we will do a prize draw at the beginning of next month. So if someone has 450 points, you remind them, listen, if you buy 50 more points, you will be entitled to take part in the prize draw. So people say, oh yeah, so I'll do, maybe I'll have a chance. Those 50, 20, 30 points from 100 people can make you a diamond sometimes. That's the role of the leader. Even at the end of the month, when you see that someone is missing 20 points to 3%, or 50 points to 6%, even 300 points to 9%, don't think that, oh, they won't order. Maybe they don't know, because their team pushed them up and they don't know that they are so close to a new level. So when it's around 26th, 27th of the month, look at your tree, what's going on, and who can jump a little bit to another level, because here 300 points, as I said, or here 30 or 50, depending on how many people you have in your team, it can make a huge difference. Also, remember, when we have new catalogs, and now it happens more often, or if we have new products, always remember to inform not only your business partners, but customers as well, because more often they don't have time to look at the website or to follow Facebook, or they don't know. As I said at the beginning, if you don't call them, don't tell them, they will not know that there is something new in the company, or they don't subscribe, they didn't subscribe to our newsletter. So I think it's really important to stay in touch. Even if you think, oh, they won't read it, you don't know. Never judge what people think, will do. Just the more you do, if they tell you that they don't want to receive your newsletters or messages, then you say, okay, no problem. But remember, when you need anything, I'm always here for you. Don't be defensive or offensive that someone doesn't want to listen to you. Maybe it's not the time in their life right now that they don't want to listen, but sometimes we think people don't watch us, but they do, and they sometimes they are shy. So I can see there are lots of posts of leaders when they post like you don't sell in the face on social media, because sometimes people don't want to buy like you sell like in the face. You just encourage with some different magic words, or even post a question, what's your favorite smell, like fruit smell. People start to comment, and then you can incorporate even some of our products into the conversation. Oh, you love strawberries. Yeah, me too. I love strawberries and the smell. We can actually have one fragrance that have strawberries in the smell, and it's absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be sales like straight in the face. You have to build that relationship or that conversation as well. And also, you have to remember that you all have your personal shops with FM in the UK. So if the conversation starts, or if you post a picture, or even, I would say, one day I could post on Facebook that I have to share this because I never did, but I think Phenomenal Mascara is the best mascara I've ever used, and I will probably never, ever switch to any other mascara. And girls, you have to believe me, it's amazing. Leave it like that. Don't say that it costs this and this. People ask what kind of mascara it is. I want to know more. bam, link to your shop. Have a look. This is the mascara. Maybe you will be interested in something else, or pop me a message. I will tell you. You know, it was this simple message on Facebook that it's like my thought for the day. Best mascara ever. That was my thought today, that I really, really love it because it changed my life and I will never switch to any other mascara. It can be any different product and people will be curious to know what's so amazing in this product. So I have to take a sip of water.
No, definitely good timing. So there you go. You know, Anita says add value to your business, add value to
Also,
your
sorry,
partner.
because
No,
you
come
asked
in. You're
me
the
about
boss. You're the boss, isn't it?
you asked me about the Train to 21 incentive. You see, you ask me a question and I go around and talk
You
about
have to be
many
very,
different
very
things.
quick because we haven't got much time. You have to be very quick.
Okay,
And we've got questions as
train,
well.
train to 21%. We actually switch it a little bit for the next year, and it will be called Fast Start. So it will be similar thing, but it really helps to boost your business. If someone joins and the following month they do 15%, they get £400. You don't think how to get to 15%, but what you can do with those £400. Walk around from different side, and then you tell people, listen, if you do 15%, you can get £400. So think what you can do with £400. Okay, so what do I have to do to reach 15%? 15%, you need 12,000 points. How do I get 12,000 points? Well, 12,000 points, it's actually this and this Pure Collection bottles. So it will be difficult to do it on your own. Find 5 people who will do 6,000 points. It will be easier to do 6,000 points. And if you tell them that they can find 3 people and they do just 2,000 points a month, you will get 15%. Whole month, 30 days, it's a lot. You can divide it, you can plan whole month. 1 week, you have to find 2 people who are willing to commit and find 3 people. You know, if you really look for those people, you will find them. And then the following month it's 21%. You already have that £400. You can invest, again, as I said before, invest £100 on the incentives for those people, or even you have to tell those people who joined that they can do it as well. Following month they will reach 15% and get £400. You have to be excited about the incentive products like you are excited about the products as well. So I think people underestimate, they don't use our incentives to their advantage, because they can really, the incentives are designed to help boost your business. And if you really look at them like from that perspective, it will change your perspective to your business as well. Wow. You have to see how you can take advantage of the incentives for yourself, but how you can help your new team members or existing members, because if they earn that extra money, you will that extra money as well, because they will grow and they will grow your business as well. Okay.
Thank you so much, Anita. We're going to go to the questions, then we'll close. I know we've got a lot of eager members on, and I've got some questions here, so I'm going to bring them up. I'll go back to the beginning to see where we're at. So hopefully I can catch all the questions and go. All right, so hang on with me, Anita. We've got quite a few. I had some questions from before. I can't seem to catch them all. All right, I had one, I think. All right, let me start here. Okay, Kelly Dean said, what is your top tips, which you've already done. Margaret Rue is asking, which books do you recommend to read? Margaret Rue, which books do you recommend?
Books, I have a shelf with my books here. Lots of them are in Polish, but I think the most powerful was, I don't know the translation, so I will, it's subconscious power of subconscious.
Yes.
I have to see the translation of the book, and I will send you so you can pass on. But also Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yes.
I think it's a good book to look at the business side, how to be a business person, not only an employee from 9 to 5, how the business can change your life. But the power of subconscious, the mind, generally the mindset, I think it's the most powerful book I ever read.
Wow.
Because it changes your thinking that you are worth everything what happens around you can impact your life, and you can do anything. It just depends on you, because we are all the same. We are all the same, and look, some people are successful and some are not, and it's not the luck, it's just their willingness of doing something more than others, that they don't want to be average. And I think 90% or 98% of people on this earth prefer to go to work from 9 to 5. So we are among those 2% of people who want something else in their life. That's why, there are certain amount of millionaires, and lots of people work from 9 to 5. They work in Tesco, Sainsbury's and call centers, because it's comfortable for them. They go to work from 9 to 5, they finish work, they don't have to think about work, they just play with kids, they watch TV, they have comfortable life. But do we want to have comfortable life and thinking that we can't travel because we don't have money to treat our kids or treat ourselves with nice shoes? If you prefer comfortable life, then fine, someone has to sell us food in Tesco's, right?
I'm going to have to jump in there, Anita, because our time is very, very limited. So I'm just going to run through very quickly. We've had, Alicia said, how does the success of the business over the years make you feel?
I think I haven't changed as a person. I think I appreciate life more from different perspectives. I see that money are not the most important in life, but they help a lot. And that's why I always say FM can change your life, because if you have more money, you are more comfortable in your life. You have less worries. You don't have to worry that money won't be enough until the end of the month, or you think how you pay for the electricity in the winter, because normally it's this, but in winter it's more. So I think I'm also very happy that I can help lots of people. And I love watching people I love watching your stories, how you fits. For example, you are the example that with your trip to Punta Cana. This shows that, as you said, some people need more time to grow the business, to see that it can actually work. And your vision, your belief, because again, you are in this business for a long time, and you still are. You believed in the products, in me, in the company, and finally you were in Punta Cana the anniversary. So it shows that. But it's a simple example that if you believe and you work hard and you are consistent, you can do it. So I think tomorrow we will announce the qualifications for Maldives. So from that moment when we announce the qualifications, look at them and start planning what you can do to qualify for the next trip, because the qualifications will be different than before totally, and probably they will move on to Singapore qualifications as well. So when you look at them, don't think that, oh, it's difficult or it's difficult. It's similar qualification. You have to do Perl or etc. So in order to qualify for a trip, you need to do Perl for a certain amount of time. So you know you have to do Perl. Plan how you want to do it if you are not per orchid yet, because you can do it. Per orchid, it's not that much when we have so many products now, over 800 products in our range. Talk about the products, talk to everyone, and we meet at Maldives.
I'm just going to run through. Natasha says, this is just a comment. I love that positive thinking is so powerful and the law of attraction. Ioma, I'm just going to have to comment on these one. We haven't got enough time now. Ioma says, is there a way you can increase stocks in the UK? Alicia asks, what hopes does you have for the future for FM World UK? And I'm just going to go through. Greg says, you're so right. Self-development is everything and helps us within our business. He does ask, what advice would you give on how to snowball the business or make the business bigger? And I think you've touched on a lot of those things already. Kelly Denny says, what is your top tips in promoting FM? Ioma saying, can you now ship to Africa? We can ship to Africa through Poland and global distribution. Kirsty says, I love that mascara. Won't use anything else. Natasha put a smiley face about the dust. And let's say Lisa Duffy, I'm halfway to 6% now, and I will get that level by Christmas. Of course you will, Lisa. You go on. Well done. And Greg asked, if I wanted to do FM full-time, what tips would you give? So there we have it. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I'm going to go on to another.
Can I touch that?
Yes.
If you want to do it full-time, start while you are still working, because sometimes it takes a little bit more time to get to the place where you can actually quit your job. So you can still do it while working, and we have lots of leaders working and then spend 2-3 hours a day to spend on your business. I'm sure you watch TV or you go shopping, or you do some things that you can leave and do FM. Even talking to people on Facebook can turn into your business, because we need to build relationships. So start building the relationships on Facebook and then grow your business from there. Question about the stock.
Yes.
You have to remember that the stock, it's not my fault that we don't have products in the UK, because I always order more than we need. But somehow I don't get every time. I don't get what I order. I've learned my lessons from this year, because we had huge growth, and even if I ordered more, I'll do it completely different next year. I will probably order 5 times more to never had products out of stock. Even if Poland has products out of stock, I will have them in stock. So as I said, we have to learn from different things, and we definitely learned this time. I too much relied on that I will order and I will have it, and I will order and I will have it, but it didn't happen. So thank you for your patience. The next stock is coming out from Poland on Wednesday. So we said it will be by 17th, but it should be by Friday. But don't believe me, because we never know what happens on the road. And there is snow everywhere, so it may be delayed, maybe on Saturday, but by Monday, fingers crossed, we should have huge stock. I hope, because I ordered huge stock. What comes, I will know on Wednesday, because when I get the documents. So
thank you, Anita. That's wonderful news. And just to close, Alicia asks, what hope do you have for the future for FM World UK? What hopes do you have for the future?
The last year was unbelievable. I think the development, not only the growth of teams, but development in the product range was unbelievable. I I had a sneak peek of what's coming. You cannot believe what products are coming to FM. And
Are you
I
going to
think it
tell
will
us? Are you going to tell us?
I can't tell you, but I think it won't stop. From every catalog, we will be blown away by new products that FM will introduce to FM. On both sides, this more expensive range and more affordable range. And I think sometimes people say, oh, FM introduced more expensive products. I think this changed our business completely. Again, I will say, don't judge people, because you never know what they buy. Before, when we had 4 catalogs, business partners only bought fragrance catalogs. They haven't purchased the O'Reilly catalog, for home catalog. Now they don't have a choice. Customer decides what they want to buy. So, and again, this showed me that the business has grown this year because of the new products, completely different catalog, our incentives, because I think 50% of the growth of the business in the UK this year had incentives, new products, new catalog, and the positivity also within the teams, because lots of changes were happening. Sometimes people think, oh, the price range went up, this changed. Changes are good. When you look at them from a different perspective, it all can help your business grow. So I think this year was unbelievable for our UK team. We had 4 times bigger turnover in November than last year November. 4 times. It's a huge growth. So thank you all for this.
Anita, thank you so much. I'm going to close, but just going to run through the comments, because the comments are absolutely wonderful. Just going to run through them. Sabrina saying, loving the new dust, Anita. Great advice. Natasha saying, thank you so much, Anita. Lisa Duffy cheekily saying, Anita, not even a hint of these new products. Kirsty saying, thank you, Anita and Fitz. It's been a very informative hour. Greg is saying, yes, love it. Thank you so much for the Zoom. I want to build a strong foundation. And Karen says, thank you so much for tonight. It was a great hour to listen into. Anita, on behalf of all of us who tuned in today and your host here, thank you so much. We absolutely love you. You're an inspiration. We love the company.
Thank you for having me.
The ethos, everything about it, you know, we're totally in tune, totally absorbed. And we love the love, you know, especially during the conference. We just felt the love pouring back from you and the company. So thank you very much for your time. And, you know, we wish FM UK and all of us, that's it, the heart sign, all the members, I don't know how many, 200,000 members in the UK, all the best with their businesses. And wish everybody a wonderful Christmas, Anita, if I don't get to speak to you. And I'll catch up with you in the new year. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you, everyone who attended.
Thank you for listening, for having me here.
No, you're welcome. I'm sorry if I couldn't get all the questions answered, but we really appreciate your comments and the questions. Thank you, everybody. Big wave to Anita. Big round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anita. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.